There I was, on top of the building, watching the city move below me like a chessboard. I'd been onto this gang forever. I'd already busted their operations in 2 cities. And then I made the jump, landing right on top of the van.
Check who's up there!
One of the thugs stuck his head out. I pulled him out and dropped him on the sidewalk like yesterday's trash. And then swiftly entered the van through the window. Hi.
Who are you?
I am Black Shadow, and I stand for justice. Then I slipped out the window and scaled to the nearest building as the cops swarmed the premises.
Damn it! I hate it when vigilantes think they can take the law into their own hands. I'm gonna catch him and end his so-called hero career!
My pronouns are she, her. But if they think the vigilante is a guy, who am I to correct them? The more they get my identity wrong, the easier my work becomes. You know what never got easier? Starting a new school. Taking down armed thugs was easier than navigating high school. Every move meant new stairs, awkward introductions, and trying to act normal. It was my personal nightmare. Well, nighttime Bianca was kick-ass. Daytime Bianca was basically a pink princess. Think Jojo Siwa means My Little Pony. A perfect disguise. My aunt's idea, and it worked. No one suspected me.
Hey, new girl, why don't you come hang out with us later?
Yeah, with that cute face, you should be with guys who know how to appreciate it.
Oh, you mean guys who need to boost their self-esteem by hitting on girls out of their league? Oh, thanks. But I'm allergic to losers. Thanks for the offer, though.
What did you just say?
Did he just touch me? Huh, I was gonna teach him a lesson. But before I could do anything, someone shoved the jerk away from me. I turned around to see the most gorgeous guy ever, seething with anger.
You have no right to touch her! Do it again and I'll make sure you go to juvie. Again!
Oh, look, it's Captain Save a Princess. Just because your dad's a cop doesn't mean you can threaten us.
Why not? I can, and I will.
The guys looked at each other and walked away like the losers they were. Then something unexpected happened. He smiled at me, and my heart nearly stopped. He was so handsome, so real. It was love at first smile.
Hey, you okay? I'm Theo. Theo Graves, by the way. You are?
I am Theo. I'm Bianca Ashby. Thanks for, saving me. You have really nice eyebrows. I mean, hair? I meant eyes. Really nice eyes. Smooth, Bianca. Why not tell him his nose is symmetrical while you're at it?
Nice to meet you, Bianca. I guess you're new. Hey, how about a tour of the school?
That'd be great. It had been a week since Theo and I met, and I was head over heels for him. We spent every free moment together, and I couldn't get enough of his laughter, his smile. I was falling hard for him. But duty calls. Even when fighting crime, my mind was always drifting back to Theo. In the middle of a fight, I'd sneak a glance at my phone, hoping for a text from him. And when it was from him, I'd be over the moon. After being friends for a month, I finally built up the courage to ask Theo the big question. Hey, Theo, I was wondering, do you want to go out sometime? Like, on a date?
Why would a girl like you want to go out with a guy like me?
What do you mean?
Bianca, look at me. I'm thin, fragile, and I just survived cancer. If this is some kind of pity date, please spare me.
Theo had beaten cancer. How did I not see it before? It made him even more amazing, even more remarkable in my eyes. Theo, your illness doesn't change how I feel. You're the strongest person I know. You stood up for me when no one else did. You're a warrior.
A warrior?
Because you beat cancer, Theo. You fought a battle most people can't even imagine, and you won. That makes you stronger than you'll ever know.
You really mean that?
With all my heart. You're not some guy I feel sorry for. You're someone I admire. Touched by my honesty, Theo agreed to go on a date with me. Our first date felt like a dream. Everything was just perfect. And the first kiss felt like magic. All the doubts, the fears, they melted away. It was just us in that perfect moment. Coming home, I was still on cloud 9 from my date with Theo. But as soon as I closed the door, I was attacked. Instinct kicked in and I fought back, pinning my attacker to the ground. Good, you've been training. I thought falling in love would be a distraction. No, I'm focused and it's not love, I just like him. Sure, I know. Good night, Auntie. I got a test tomorrow. Reaper is back. At that moment, it felt like my world was crashing down. My aunt took me in after my mom was gone. She protected me and taught me how to fight, how to survive. I was just a kid when I testified against Reaper, a crime lord.
You'll pay for this!
But my aunt was by my side. She gave me a new purpose, to avenge my mother. Since then, I'd been tracking down Reaper's gang, taking down his men one by one. I'm not a little girl anymore. Let him come. With the news of Reaper being back, I felt on edge. I needed to clear my head, so I went to take down some bad guys. It was the only way I knew how to cope. I felt the adrenaline rush as I overpowered them.
Freeze! You're under arrest!
It was the same officer from before, the one who almost caught me when I took down the arms dealers. I knew he hated vigilantes, but with the crime rate going up, he should have been grateful for all the help he could get. For a moment, I was exposed, but I couldn't let that stop me. Quick flip and I was gone. But the next morning, I found myself struggling to open a bottle cap because my hands felt so sore from all the punching. Hey, Theo, could you help me with this? It's too hard for me.
Yeah, sure thing, Bianca.
My hero. Every touch, every glance from Theo made my heart race.
So, I was thinking, would you like to come over for dinner tonight? My dad's cooking.
Sure, I'd love to. Everything seemed perfect until I stepped inside Theo's house and saw his dad. My heart sank. Theo's dad was the cop who almost caught me.
You must be Bianca. Theo's told me a lot about you. Welcome to our home.
Thank you, Mr. Graves. I tried to act normal, but my nerves were winning and I accidentally spilled water.
Hey, it's okay, Bianca. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a bit clumsy today. Last night, the vigilante known as Black Shadow struck again, taking down a group of armed thugs. Authorities are still trying to determine his identity.
One of these days, I'm gonna catch her.
Her? Wait, Black Shadow is a girl?
Isn't it cool? A girl crime fighter?
Cool. Vigilantism is still a crime.
Yeah, you're right. I was a wreck. Any minute now, he'd figure me out, and I just couldn't handle the tension anymore. I just remembered I have homework. Gotta go. Bye! Just when I thought the night couldn't get any crazier, I got a text from my aunt. Since Reaper's men were making arms deals, I knew it was time to suit up. I spotted the thugs exchanging weapons and cash. I took a deep breath and jumped into action, taking them down one by one. There were too many of them. But then, one grabbed me from behind. They tied me to a chair, and then one of them ripped off my mask.
Look at this! The infamous Black Shadow's just a girl! What a joke!
Suddenly, the sirens blared outside, startling the thugs. I quickly ripped open my restraints. I ran towards the exit, but Theo's dad appeared, blocking my path. He grabbed my arm. In the struggle, he saw my face from the side.
Hey, stop!
As if I was gonna stop, I quickly ran off before Officer Graves could catch up. As I caught my breath, I couldn't shake the thought. Did he see me? No, he didn't. But I guess I was kidding myself. A week later, the school gym was buzzing with activity. Parent-teacher meetings were supposed to be routine, but with Theo's dad here, it felt like a trap.
Hey, Bianca. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Mr. Graves. His eyes were too sharp, like he was hunting for something.
So, Bianca, how do you spend your evenings? Any interesting hobbies?
Why was he asking about my evenings? Stay calm. Oh, just the usual. Homework, reading, sometimes a little TV. That sounded so fake. I wasn't buying it.
Really? No late night activities?
No, I like to stay in. He was digging. I needed a way out, and right then my aunt stepped in. Bianca, why don't we go check out your science project display?
Hey, Bianca, want to go to the movies after this?
Sure, Theo. I'd like that.
Perfect. I'll meet you at the cinema at 8.
I arrived at the cinema, excited to see Theo, but as minutes ticked by, my excitement turned into worry. Where was he? Then my phone buzzed. It was a message with a picture of Theo, tied up, terrified. And the message said,
If you care for him, surrender to Reaper. He's waiting for you.
Theo was captured. He wanted me to surrender. Fear gripped me, but I knew I had to save him. I couldn't do this alone, and there was only one person who could help, so I decided to confront him directly.
Freeze! Hands where I can see them!
Mr. Graves, it's me, Bianca.
Bianca, what the hell is going on?
I'm Black Shadow. I need help. I didn't know who else to turn to.
You're under arrest for vigilantism and obstruction of justice.
Please, you can arrest me later, but right now Theo's life is at stake. They want me to surrender to Reaper. I love Theo. Please help me save him.
Theo, in danger? All right, take me to him. We can deal with your situation later.
Against all odds, he believed me. Now, we had to work together to save Theo. Planning with Theo's dad felt strange, but our shared goal made us a team.
All right, we enter through the back. It's less guarded. We take out the guards quietly, then move in.
Got it. I'll handle the close combat. You cover me. It was time. The hideout was in front of us. I knew it was full of danger, but we were ready. We moved like shadows, silently taking down the guards. Finally, we found him. Theo, tied up but alive. Relief washed over me as I rushed to untie him. Then, I felt a sharp pain in my neck. I turned to see Officer Graves with a syringe in his hand.
I'm sorry, Bianca. I can't lose my son.
My vision blurred as I collapsed. When I opened my eyes, I was tied to a chair. My heart sank as I saw my aunt tied to a chair.
Welcome home, daughter.
My father, a crime lord. Our home was a battlefield. Mom and I lived in constant fear. I watched in horror as he hurt my mother, but that night he took it too far. I had to testify against him. It became a media sensation. Everyone knew our story. My testimony put him behind bars. I always feared this day would come.
Do you really think you could escape your past?
I did more than escape. I fought against everything you stood for.
You always were rebellious, but you can't fight blood.
I'm nothing like you. You destroy lives.
Speaking of lives I've destroyed, I have a surprise for you.
The Reaper clapped his hands, and one of his goons rolled in a wheelchair. My heart sank as I saw who was in it. Mom? Bianca, is that you? What did you do to her?
She's been alive all along, in a coma, but alive.
You monster! How could you do this?
No one betrays me and gets away with it. Now she will watch as I punish the both of you.
While he kept talking, I was undoing my ties. I'll never let you hurt her again. In an instant, I sprang into action. My fist connected with Reaper's jaw, followed by a swift kick taking down a henchman. I quickly untied my aunt, and she joined the fight. You will never control me! Every move, every punch was a statement. I wasn't just fighting for myself. I was fighting for my mom, for Theo, for everyone he hurt.
Impressive. But you'll need more than that to stop me.
I've got plenty more where that came from. This was it, the final showdown. I had to end this once and for all. Right then, I heard the police sirens blare. Perhaps Officer Graves had not betrayed me after all.
Here, Bianca!
With my mask back on, I felt ready to finish this. It was chaos.
You're under arrest, Reaper.
Bianca, my brave girl. My love, we're so proud of you. At that moment, with my family safe and together, I knew we had won.
Bianca, Reaper contacted me. He threatened Theo's life. I had to go along, but I had my team ready. The plan was to attack Reaper when he least expected
I
it.
thought you betrayed me, but I was wrong. Thank you for coming back for me.
You're brave, Bianca. Really brave.
I smiled, and then I saw Theo. I ran to him and hugged him tight.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, we found a quiet rooftop to escape it all. Theo, there is something I need to tell you. I've been living a double life. I'm the vigilante, Black Shadow. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I wanted to protect you.
Bianca, it's okay. It's your secret. Your choice to tell or not to tell. I understand.
His understanding and acceptance made me love him even more.
So, all that can't open a bottle was an act? Because I've seen with my own eyes, you can definitely kick ass.
Guilty as charged. I had to keep up appearances. With Theo, his dad, and my family's support, I felt unstoppable. By day, I was Bianca. By night, I was a kick-ass crime fighter. I am Black Shadow, and I stand for justice.